And we are live. Hey, Tish. Woo, it is
It's
Monday.
Monday. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed. What's
We
up?
are
What's
in the
up?
house. Yes, yes. Wow, August the 26th. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Woo, we are back once again. August the 26th,
Yes, indeed.
2024. Another episode of the Reels O'Shea podcast. Whew, what a week, Tish. What a week. Okay,
Here
well,
you go.
I have a story for a story, but I gotta do my intro and all that good stuff first. So we're gonna get the house straight first. We gotta get the
Get it
house
rocking.
get it rocking first. My name is Maria Lee Driver. I am the CEO of Reels O'Shea, All Natural Body Butter Products, and this is a podcast that I do every Monday night at 9 o'clock with my girl Letitia Allen Joseph. And we are 50 years plus with experience doing hair. I always tell people everything begins with H and N the R. I know there's nothing you can tell me about hair. I've lived it, I've seen it, I've done it, and what we have seen over the years is just have evolved, but you got to always go back to the basic. So I invited Letitia with me on to do the podcast, and we kicked off, and from that point on, we just kept riding with it. And I just want to thank all of you for your feedback. Your feedback is excellent. So I'm so glad that people are actually seeing this and enjoying it. So thank you so much. And definitely for my supporters, I want to say thank you for using the Reels O'Shea. um, I put a Rizzo shade on the shelf March 2010 in Whole Foods. So I've been doing this now in the game with my product for the last almost 15 years, and along with other things I have done over the years. But I just want to say thank you, everybody, for supporting me over the years. And matter of fact, Tish, we're going to do something in September. I'm going to go ahead and share it now. September, I'm gonna set up a registration. What we want to do is we would like to have you, those that use a Rizzo shade, come on and give us a testimony. So every Monday in September, we want to speak to someone who actually used a Rizzo shade and give us the benefits, how long you've been using it, where you use it, and share that because you guys are hilarious. You'll call me on the phone. You'll call Tish on the phone because she carries the products in her salon, Savvy Elite Salon in Tyrone, and tell us these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful testimonies. And then when I ask you to write it down or to do a video, I got you. I got you. Y'all know who you are. You know who so we're not going to go there. But if I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna allow. There's no excuse. I'm gonna allow you to actually come on and shine. Tell your story the way you want to tell it. So the month of September is gonna be a Real Share testimonial month. And we're going to bring people in so you guys come in and share your testimonies. And we're looking forward to that. I think that would be excellent because we're
Yes.
going right into the holidays and people want to know how you use the product or how it benefits them or they want to try it, but they can hear it from firsthand experience. So, so you can go to realsochet.com. You can check out all my products from the body butter and everything else that I carry on that and all this I want everybody to know I created everything from scratch. This is not labeled. I didn't have this white label. That's what they call it, white label. It's not labeled. Everything I did it from scratch. So if you have a question, I got an answer. Um, Also, Tish, I'm going to bring this up too. We are going to Tish's salon. I'm going to be at Tish's salon this weekend, this Saturday. Uh, it's an honor and a pleasure, and I want to thank you, Tish, for allowing this to happen. At Savvy's Elite, we're going to show I guess you could say, a little mini premiere of my documentary that I did in Gloucester, Virginia, in my hometown. I had some people that was interested and wanted to see it. So the young man who actually did the documentary, he will actually be showing it again. And Tish allowed me. This is before we even did it in Virginia. She invited me to say, "Hey, if you want to do it here, you can come to the salon." So I want to thank you personally right now, Tish.
Absolutely.
And so we're going to be doing that Saturday from 4 to 6, just a small little gathering, just a few people. But if you're interested, please go to my website and register or just reach out to me. And because we're not doing a whole lot of people, this is very intimate. We'll have some little things there and little swag bags and all that good stuff to say thank you very much for supporting me. And that's going to take place. And what else I want to say, Tish? Because I want you to introduce yourself, and then I'm going to go into uh, the cosmetology part, and then we're going to talk about that hair loss thing.
Mm.
A lot to say. I got a lot to say about that. So, Tish, you my girl, go ahead and tell them about yourself and your salon, please. Thank you.
Sure, my pleasure. Hello, hello, everyone. My name is Letitia D. Allen Joseph, and I am excited to be here on this fine Monday night as we come together to do this amazing podcast. I am the salon owner of Savvy Elite Hair Salon, located in Tyrone, Georgia, where I've been servicing the Fayette County the area for the last since 2016, and walked into the business with open arms, excited to be able to take care of the community and the people that we render. And it's been truly a blessing. And along that journey, yes, I met Maria Lee in 2016, and she had an amazing product. And you know our story. If you haven't, let me briefly share. Um, I had a shea butter on the shelf, and this young lady walks in. She was a client. I get tickled every time I tell the story because it's pretty funny. One of those things where you had to be there. But I had a beautiful display of amazing shea butters, and I took pride in decorating my shelf with all.
I have a question, Tish.
Yeah.
Did you bring those butters? Did they come from up north? Or you had got them from someone in Georgia?
No, the young lady that was
Was from Virginia?
making
She was
her.
from,
She was from Philly.
Philly. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
she
okay,
was from Philly, so she was local at the time. She
okay,
ended up relocating to Nevada, but yeah, she was local.
okay.
She
And I
was
had just moved down here from Philly.
right. So I thought that was very interesting once I heard your whole story. But and this Maria comes in, she had this shea butter, she had her t-shirts on the whole nine. As you see, she still rocks her t-shirts. And she was trying to get me to, she said, "Oh, I see you have a shea butter, but you should try mine." I was like, "I have a shea butter." She was like, "Yeah, but that's for play. You need to get something that's for real." I was
And that's
like,
what I said too. That's what play. Yes, I said that. I did.
yes, she said
I
that.
did. And I know
And
exactly where I got that from too. I ain't called
oh
nobody.
my gosh. And
Yeah.
because the way she said it, I said, you know what? I was too intrigued. I was like, for play, what? And when I tell you all what went into me carrying the existing line, and then after I tried hers, I was like scratched all of the yes, and I ended up using it for the over the next 8 years. And here we are. Hence, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, it's so funny because once I started, I could not stop. And I shared this story. We were meeting up. She had relocated to a whole nother state. And I'm like, "When you coming to town?" I just ordered some. I would order online. She's like, "Did you just order online?" I'm like, "Yes," because I didn't know when you was coming back. So let me
We was in meeting in the parking lot like we was dealing something.
Yes.
I would
Yes.
roll up. She roll like we was gangster. I would roll. I'd be sitting there. The shoe come and she come this way, and we reaching across the car like this. I said, "Girl,
Cash
we was."
transactions.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Cash transaction. I mean, we could have actually did cash app or something,
Oh
but
my
we passed
gosh.
the product. What you got? You got everything. You got it in the bag. Yeah.
Here's your bag. But yes, this product has been a BFF of mine that I've been holding on to for a while. So I come on the show with honor and grace and gratitude for this product. And by the way, I am running a little low on that big jar you gave me for my birthday.
Oh,
And
oh,
it
oh,
took me like, I mean, we're in August, okay?
yes. And your
And my
birthday was in
birthday
February.
was, yes, in
Mhm.
February. And it took me, because I still had some left from my small jar.
Okay.
And so here we are in mid-August,
Uh-huh.
okay? And
Okay.
I'm just not like, I'm not empty, but
Right.
I
But
don't like
you just
what,
let you just throwing it out there. You just letting it out there. It's out there, Maria. I just want you to know it's out
yes,
there.
yes. So
Okay.
it's exciting to be here to share and to hear. Like I say, September, I'm excited for testimonials, and because we do have a lot of customers that love the product. They may be a little shy, you know. Not everybody has the personality to want to share, but we do
Sure.
get amazing testimonials. So we're excited to see who wants to step into the light
Yes.
in the month of
Yes.
September.
Like I said, I have already. I got two people already. They're ready. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, wait a minute. Let me
All
get it.
right.
Let me get it set up. Let me get it
Yes,
set up.
this will be exciting and tickling to hear the people want to actually come forth and share, their personal story. I don't mind sharing mine, and there's several, people out there that don't mind, but then, like you say, trying to get them to
Yeah,
shine in the lights.
we're gonna see how it work.
Be
We're gonna
fun.
see how it gonna work. But I want to give them that platform
Yes.
because I've been given platforms for for many years, and I just like to share anywhere I can fit and anywhere I can help out.
Yes.
And some people has made a very big change in their life, whether it's hair growth or their skin. We talk about that all the time.
Hmm.
And I just want to say thank you. And I want people to realize that this is what this happened. This is not me and Tish just talking about how good it works for us. I know what it works for us. I want people just come on and just speak about where they started to where they are now. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited, especially the two
Yeah.
I already have. I can't wait. I don't know what they're gonna say. I mean, I know what they're gonna say, but you know how they're gonna say it.
Right.
That's the
Right.
most
Of
exciting
course.
part about
Yeah.
it.
The suspense of it all. All right, Miss Maria, let's hear your story as to how you were
Oh,
drawn to the field of cosmetology.
but listen, this is the funny. I gotta say this, you guys. I gotta tell you this because I wouldn't put it on tonight because those that you don't know, last Monday night I was doing this podcast. I was
Mm,
10 minutes in, and I was notified that I was COVID positive.
mm-hmm,
And it's like my whole world just went, what? What you mean I got COVID? And
mm,
the next morning, it felt like I got hit by a truck. It was horrible. It was the worst
mm,
feeling in the world. Now, I've had COVID before, I think about 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
mm,
and it was nothing like what I experienced. So I give all the glory to him for me allowing to just to be here with you tonight because Tuesday night I thought it was over.
mm,
I went to the emergency room. I couldn't breathe. I had the chills, the aches, the back of my eyes, the eyeball sockets was like throbbing with the headache. It
mm.
was just like this. It was just pounding. Like it was like, lady, I'm in
Ugly,
you.
ugly. Mm,
You can the sweats, the chills, the chills, just couldn't breathe. So when I went to the emergency room, of course, they gave me a steroids to help my lungs because my lungs was full. It was heavy, and basically gave me things to just cope. Now they have something called uh, I can't remember if I'm pronouncing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it as it's Plexon or Plexin or something like that.
mm,
I can't take that because I have an underlying, as they say, underlying condition, and it's aspirin. So based upon that, I couldn't take that. So I had to
mm,
tough this thing out. And when I
mm,
say tough it out, I mean Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have been on this face of the earth for 57 years. I've had a cell phone for what? How long cell phones been out? 25, 20 years? Have you had a cell phone for 20 years?
mm. That's a
Isn't
good
it 20 years?
question.
I've never read my lips. I have never had my phone ringer turned off for a whole week.
Mm,
Never, never. I turn it off at night when I go to bed, or maybe if I'm in a meeting or something, or you just forget it's off, but you no, the ringer was turned off. There was no talking, nobody's talking. I wasn't talking to nobody because I couldn't breathe.
mm,
When I say when life or death,
mm,
this was serious. I could not. I felt like I couldn't catch my breath, so I couldn't talk. So since
mhm.
I couldn't talk, I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
No. And I slept. Oh my God, I slept so much. I looked at my skin today. I was like, "Oh, girl, you look my good. You got some rest. My skin is all nice and
Well,
clear."
you are kind of glowing. You are kind of glowing after being sick for a whole week. How you do
Yeah,
that?
that's right. Girl, when I say sleep, oh my God.
Ooh. Hmm.
I listen, Alice in Wonderland ain't had nothing on me last week.
You felt
That
like you slept for 100
knocked
years.
me out. All I could do is get up, use the
Sleeping
bathroom,
Beauty.
get some,
For real.
yeah, get some, get some water, get some
Mm,
juice. I made sure I ate. I ate a lot of watermelon. Ate watermelon every single day. That's another
mm.
thing. Your body cleanse my look at my skin.
Maybe that's what happened.
Oh, it's not foundation. This is not no foundation. This is real. This is what you see. What you get. This is real.
It's
And
fine though.
yeah, I ate watermelon every day. I drank water. I did everything I could. I was trying to get this thing out of me.
Mm, mm,
And it
mm,
was, I mean, oh my God, I had the worst headache in the world.
mm, mm, mm,
The blinds, I just opened the blinds today. The blinds were closed the whole week.
mm. Mm, mm.
Yeah, that right there. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because that's why I wanted the topic to be tonight about hair loss and medications and hereditary. We're going to talk about that. But I'm going to wanted to get that out of the way. So if y'all happen to see me move from the screen go with no audio or mute. I'm over here either I'm sneezing, I might be coughing or whatever. And that's another thing. That cough, OMG. I it- I didn't think I had lungs. My chest was hurting so bad because that
Mm.
cough, it's not like a normal cough. It hurts so bad. It's like it comes from your soul. Like what
What is that?
bad? It's bad.
What is this thing?
So I need for you guys to
Mm,
please, you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. Please pay attention to where you're going this holiday.
mm,
You got Labor Day coming up this weekend. You have just the season is changing and you're going inside. People laughing at people with masks. You laugh all you want to. Wherever I go, even Tish, I'm having masks. Everybody,
I
they're
don't
wearing
blame
masks. I do not want to get sick anymore.
you.
It
Mm,
was the most horrible feeling because I thought it was going to be like, because I had COVID before. And when I had it, within a couple of days, it was gone.
mm,
This lingered. I just finally got out of the bed, walking and talk. This is the most I've talked in a week.
mm.
I'm
Ooh,
with the inhaler, just like I said, the sweats was just crazy. Like, if you sweat and get hair, I should have got I should. That's when what you said, just the eighth. I should have got my eighth in a
the
week.
eighth of
I should have get my eighth in.
pushing out that growth.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
eighth in the growth. Yes, yes, yes. Oh,
mm.
it was just, it was bad. It was bad. But I
I'm
just
so
want to
glad
thank
you pulled through.
everybody for all the calls, the support, the texts. And if you call me and I didn't answer the phone, I'm sorry. Don't take it personal. I'll get back with you this week. That was another thing too. I had people call me. I didn't want to talk. Well,
You
I
could talk. You could
breathe.
talk. There was no,
I
yeah.
want to breathe. There was
You had to
no.
prioritize
No.
breathing
Mhm.
first.
And sometimes I felt like texting you. Sometimes I didn't. I just didn't.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
respond. So I
yeah.
didn't do any business until today. I sent out some texts, reached out to some people. I didn't talk to them. I talked to one or two people today, but this is the most I've talked in a week. And like I said, the ringer been off. Period. And you
Right.
for a week.
Mm. Yeah. Well, listen. when your body is telling you that you need to take that break, you're forced to take that break. You
I
have to
was
be
forced.
obedient to the body. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
forced.
You was forced, absolutely. And so you don't want to play with that.
Mm-mm. So, okay, so I want to get that out of the way. So, like I said, thank you guys for all the support and the love and being concerned. I was posting things every day on Facebook. I always did my prayers because that's all I had. I had to rely on him because I was like, I didn't know. Like, am I going? Is this the time I'm gonna check out, check it in?
Mhm.
What's happening? So I did found strength every day to post but I just didn't want to comment, and that's why I didn't go and like this post and stuff because I was scared people wanted to, and I was like, I didn't want to read nothing. I was just
Mhm.
tired. I was exhausted. I was so
Mhm.
tired every day. Every
Mm.
day I would sleep 4 to 6 hours, just sleep, just straight sleep, not break it up, straight sleep. And then once you wake up and use the bathroom, you go back, lay down. What do you to do? Because my
Right.
body was aching too.
Yeah.
So, but all right. So that's it. That's over. Thank you, Lord. We here. We overcame. I'm here now. So
And glowing,
yes.
might I
So
add.
yes, yes, yes. So I want to thank my cousin Akara. Oh my goodness. If you guys missed out on this, you got to go look at
He
the
was
last
awesome.
two. He
Yes.
did an excellent job. Akara, I don't know if
Excellent.
you're on tonight or you're listening. I just want to say thank you. You told your story. You rocked
Yeah.
that. A lot of people send me information, comments about that too, but I haven't responded to that. So I'll get back with you guys. Sorry about that. Because like I said, when I got off that night, I was done. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this much
Ooh,
talking in a week. Did an excellent job. Thank you
excellent.
so much. And the topic was the love of cosmetology and what drew us in. So Tish told us that hers her first night. Then Akara came on, and Akara's story was so good, we gave her another night so she could finish up. And I'm just gonna just bring up the rears because I didn't get a chance to really speak about what drew me in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the my story is unique like anybody's story, but I got into it by accident. And accident, just like Tish said, she saw it and she grew up with it. She didn't think she was going to be about it. Well, I didn't see it. I didn't think about it. It's something that just happened because I don't remember growing up. I remember my mom always had a fro. She always had a salt and pepper fro, and she had this patch like this in the front of her in her afro. And I don't remember. My sister always kept her hair. I don't know if I think my sister did used to wear wigs or something, like some wigs or something around the house, but nobody. We weren't hair people. You
Mm,
know, Tish, your family were hair people. We weren't
mm,
hair people. Matter of
mm,
fact, we weren't so much happy, but I could have been part of the Aborigines because when I was younger, I didn't like get my hair done. So I would run around the house and they would have to chase me to set me down to do my hair
wow.
because I was like, I'm not, no, why you gotta mess with that? And I was a tomboy. I really was. And
Mm,
hair was not, I didn't want my hair done.
mm-hmm,
And my hair was always thick. I don't know about it being real long. I think this is the longest my hair has ever been in my life, but it was
mm-hmm,
always thick. I had a lot
mm-hmm.
of hair. Okay. And it
Okay.
was, long, but not to the length of
Yeah.
this right now, like
Yeah.
this length. But um so we weren't hair people. So that's why this is so hilarious that I actually got into this field. I didn't set out to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But people always used to comment or give me compliment me on my eyes. And I remember when I was a little girl, my mom would say, I was going to pay the insurance for my dad, and I would walk in there to pay the insurance. And this white lady, she was sitting at the reception desk. I used to go every Friday or once every month, every Friday, whatever how my daddy was paying his insurance. And I would go in there and she would say, "Hey, pretty brown eyes," and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And because I was a little girl, I couldn't have been no more than 7, 8, 9. I was young. I was real young, and I would.
Paying bills.
Huh?
Paying bills.
Yeah, pay bills for my dad. For my daddy, because my daddy said, "Go on in there," because he's teaching me. He's teaching me how
Yeah,
to give him money,
yeah.
and he gave me exact money, and she would give me the receipt, and then I'll come out. So this one day, I come back in the car. Mama was in the car because my mother didn't drive, and I said, "Mama, that lady called me pretty brown eyes." Well, my mother got upset, and she said, "The next time you go back, and you tell her your name is Maria, not pretty brown eyes."
Mm.
So the next Friday, I go in there, and sure enough, she said it, and I said, "My mama said my name is Maria." I never forget that. And it's so funny because I got a daughter. She's my mama said child because she said she'll tell you how about my mama said.
Mm.
And from that point on, I think because she drew attention to it as I got older and I would hear the compliments. Um, Somebody that was local, he was taking pictures, and one day he took a picture of me. Remember, we had no phones back then. We ain't nobody was we weren't rolling like we're rolling now.
Mhm.
And I looked at the picture. I was like, wow, that looks really nice. I was still young. And he was like, yeah. He says, you should think about modeling. And I was like, modeling? Ain't nobody think about no modeling. I was a tomboy. I was climbing trees. What is that? And took a couple of pictures and I got interested in it. Then I started playing with makeup and whatnot on my own. Because like I said, nobody's really was doing that in my household. I mean, we was the basic. We didn't do all that. Going to the get your hair done all the time. No. So I started modeling, just playing around, and then I said, maybe I need to do something with this. So I remember going over to the agency in this little town called Hampton, Virginia. Well, it was a city compared to where I was from,
Mhm.
and signed up with this agency, and it was two black girls, me and this other,
Mhm.
and everybody else was Caucasian. And I remember the owner saying, "Oh wow, this is we got to figure out what we're going to do with your hair." Now, I just told you that I thought I was originally from Australia. I like my hair done. Now, I'm a teenager now. Mind you, I'm 14, 15 years old. So you going to tell me that you don't know what you're going to do with my hair. So I remember that was because I was getting ready to go. I was in high school. I was a freshman. That's right. I was a freshman. And I remember we had a cosmetology department. So I said, you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll learn how to do my own hair and makeup, and that way nobody will ever have to say that they're gonna
Mm.
experiment with my hair because
Mm.
I always tend to hit it. Now, and I remember it was funny when Cara was on talking about Miss Mildred on her mom's side on her mom's side the lady name was Mildred Morris, and she had a salon. And I remember when I was a little girl, I went there, and I was 9 for my 9th birthday, and got my hair pressed. And I cried, I performed, I did everything. And when my mom got there, she was like, "Don't ever bring her back." And I looked at that lady, and I said, "You ain't never want me coming back."
Yeah.
I was bad. I was real bad. And that was the first time I ever got my hair pressed, and that was the last time until I
Mm.
started doing it myself. And so yeah, so I ended up taking cosmetology because I wanted to model and I wanted to know how to do my own hair.
Mm.
Cosmetology, so therefore I could do it for a living because I want to be a police officer. I Wonder Woman. I got so excited when I saw Linda Carter on the TV the other day. I was sick and I was like, "Is that Wonder Woman?" I was sick, but I could see her. I could see her. I could see her. I saw it. And I wanted, I want to save the world. I wouldn't think about no
Mhm.
hair. And once I got into cosmetology, I realized not only was I good at it, but it just came like second nature. Like I
Mm.
knew this is what I'm supposed to be doing without knowing it, if that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Mhm. It felt
And
right.
it felt right. It felt right. And I fit right in. And, like I said, I was modeling anyway. So I had the fashion part down, but I didn't know,
Mm.
the makeup and, what was I going to do with all this hair. that's how I got into cosmetology. And
Mm.
then you start hearing the stories about how a police officer got shot or somebody ran
Mm.
somebody's car over, and I'm thinking,
Mm.
this might be a little
I don't
safe.
want a part of that.
Let, let me stay right here. I might be okay right here for a minute until
Mm.
things calm down. Well, the world haven't calmed down.
Right.
So,
Still
but
haven't come.
um, but I got into it, and once I got into it, I just rolled with it. And
Mm.
I got my license. I had my license for cosmetology before I even had my diploma. I got my license in May. I had went to state
Mm.
board, took my state board pass, and had my license to work in a shop in May. And I graduated um, on the 7th. I graduated the day before my birthday. Sure enough, did.
Mm.
So when I came out to the world, I was ready. I was ready. I was
Mm.
like, hey, let me do something with this.
Wow.
So at 18, for those who see my documentary and all that good stuff, I had opportunity to actually work in my hometown. It didn't work out. I ended up going to West Point, Virginia, and the guy I was dating at that time, I started working in Richmond, which that's when I really found out about how prejudiced the world could really be. Because
Mm.
and realized, because like I said, I'm from little town Gloucester now, but I did the same thing. I learned
Mm.
marketing and management because they made me assistant. I was there for like 3 months, and then they made me assistant manager, and then I learned how to do Caucasian hair. Even though we was taught that anyway in school, but now we're talking about like hair crafters, super cuts. I never did anything, we didn't have no speed coming through. I mean, yeah, we learned from the mannequins and the people coming in, but that's all they did. So that's how I learned a lot more about Caucasian hair. And then I ended up going to West Point to a salon, and that's when, just like Akara, I was embraced in the salon, and they showed me I was only African American there, and they showed me the color. They showed me how to cut. They showed me how to get those perms because they had perms. So I
Mhm.
learned how the perms, the big perms, the curly crinkly hair, permanent roller set, and all that. I am like, okay, now I'm in it, and that's when at 18 years old I went to my first. This is when I became a Paul Mitchell associate.
Mm.
Took me to Crystal City,
Yep.
Crystal City in Virginia.
Mhm.
Huh? Went to Crystal City, and that's when I saw the first Chippendales. I
Was it
was
with the group? Was it with the staff?
yes, I
I
wasn't
bet.
even old enough to be in there because I was
Yeah,
only
no.
18. But they ain't tell nobody that. Come on, did that's the first time I ever seen men. Oh, girl, it was a time
Dance.
going on. Yes, yeah. No, girl, look, listen, I'm from the country now, so I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Mm.
Girl, yes,
It's
and I was
huge.
part of the Paul Mitchell associate team, and I learned a lot of things from just Paul Mitchell. So you can tell me,
Mhm.
oh, Paul Mitchell, girl, I learned so much
Oh,
from
yes.
that world, and I encourage anybody, um, if you got a salon in your heart, it is nothing wrong with having a salon in your heart, but you need to go around some professional people, people who have been there and done that, and that's with anything.
Yeah.
That's my daddy used to have this saying: if you want to, it's nothing wrong being a ditch digger. Don't say that real fast. If you you could be the best ditch digger in the world, just learn it from a professional who can show you the right way. Because
Mhm.
the moment you learn the wrong way, I promise you, you're gonna just hiccups. Just it's gonna be looking crazy. You're gonna go through a lot of ups and downs. So if you want to do something and that's in your heart and your past, try to learn the right way. Matter of
Mhm.
fact, don't try, learn it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
gotta show you guys. This is me in cosmetology. I meant to put my little pictures up. This is me doing the jerry curl. Because back in the day, that's what we did. And this was actually in cosmetology in the classroom.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes, and I
How
had cut
about
my hair
that?
down, and I had a curl too. I had allowed them to give me a curl, and I was giving my instructor her daughter. Her name is Adrian. I was giving her a jerry curl right there. Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, that's a throwback, right?
Throw back,
That's
baby.
a throwback. But see my little fashionista. I was rocking.
Yes, he had the matching
Tell me,
earrings,
tell me
honey.
nothing, girl. Couldn't tell me nothing.
Girl,
Couldn't tell
makeup,
me
face
nothing.
beat.
Yes, yes. And this is one of my first business cards
Wow.
for people who had this. This is a classic. You better hold on to it.
Yes.
But I was a cosmo entrepreneur. You couldn't tell me nothing,
Yes.
girl. You couldn't tell me nothing. This is my salon, Rion's Designing Impressions, and it was at the Ordinary. You see that right there, Ordinary, Virginia. That's where the salon was.
Never heard of that. Ordinary Virginia. How about that?
Yes, and we had our own little post office, and it was ordinary too. And people said, "Where you from?" I said, "They said where?" Said where? I said, "Ordinary." The ordinary. What is that? I said,
Oh,
"Ordinary Virginia." That's how.
wow.
And that, and I had my salon there for 20. It was 18 years, and then I added the school. So the school was right there beside it. So I had the school for 4, and then I had the salon. So the school and salon was blended in from that.
Mm.
I was there, and then yeah, right in that shopping center. Yes,
Oh
yes.
my goodness. Wow.
Did you see
Major
my show
throwback.
when I was blonde? Look at that. I was
Listen.
that girl. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. And blondes do have a lot of fun. I just want y'all to know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crips in the front. I see them crips in the front, girl. Let's talk about
Blondes
the
do
crips.
really do have fun. They really truly do.
You hear Maria? I said them crips in the front. Let's talk about
Oh,
them.
girl, you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't, girl. What? And you know how we did the crims back then? We took
Them
little,
clamps.
the clips, the metal clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, girl. You what? Yes. And I wore
Oh,
my
yeah.
hair like that down to my first Brother Brother show. And
Wow.
young people had a ball. Like, oh, girl, they thought that they had never seen nothing look like me come down there. They had come to Georgia at that time. I had this blonde hair and I was flashing my little black. What are you? You engine? You I said you engine? Say what? What you talking about? Oh God, yeah, that's what they say. You engine.
The ancient. Oh, bless. Oh,
Oh
wow.
girl.
That's a new one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a Georgia special for you, baby girl. So that's what drew. So that's what drew me in.
Wow, what a story.
Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And that is it. There's I can't tell you. I can't tell you nothing else. That's what happened, and I got in it, and I was blessed. I did very well in it, and so like so many other cosmetologists, just like yourself, we got in it, we just did our thing and just took
Mhm.
off from there and went from another business to another business but I stayed close. I stayed close. I never, I got into Murray Kay, but that still was cosmetics. I was a director for Murray Kay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but I never did Tupperware or I couldn't do, I didn't do anything that didn't have anything to do with beauty because I
Mm.
want to stay close.
In
Because
the industry within the umbrella.
yes,
Okay.
yes, I made sure everything stayed close. If it didn't connect to the nucleus, I didn't
Mhm.
go outside that. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
No, even clothes. I'm not even to. I don't. I'm not into selling clothes. That to me don't have. I mean, I know that's fashion, but it's still never. I like the. I love hair. I love hair.
Mhm.
I love makeup. I love making people feel good and look good. And I'm just connected that way. So I like.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that was my story. So that's what drew me into
Hey,
cosmetology.
that's
There
fine.
it is. Okay, well, we're gonna talk. We're gonna get into our subject. I just had to go ahead and get that out of the way, and we're gonna talk about hair loss and due to all kinds of things. And we can talk about what tonight, and then we can bring the rest up next week. And of course, like I said, next week we'll have our first guest on. But I definitely want to talk about it because right now this is what you call colic hair, and I called Tish. I said, Tish, we got to talk about this because even though my hair's twisted. throughout the through my whole week of last week, but I was sweating. Um, like I said, I could have got that 1/8 growth from just all the sweating, but I just kept it covered. I know when we're not feeling well, that is we I'll do it. I have done it. Let's put it this way. When you don't feel good and you just let everything go, like I don't care, I'm just saying I don't care. Well, I'm here to tell you, we're too grown for that. Put your bonnet on your head. If you don't feel good, and go to bed. So therefore, because you're not going to be sick for your rest of your life, and you're not going to be sick for until you get your hair done again. You got. If I had thought that way, we would not be having this conversation. My hair would not be looking like this. I had to put the bonnet on, regardless of me sweating. But what I did, I told Tish, I just took it all and I just braided up to one big braid. And tonight, actually today, I just took it down for the first time. This been braided up. I didn't even take it down. I just to get it off my face and to just
Yeah. Yeah.
so I know you probably saying, "Well, I'm not hanging like that." Yeah, no, it can, but you gotta wrap it up. You gotta be consistent. You got to do your due diligence. Take care of your hair because it, it's you sick, everything's sick.
Yeah.
Make that feel good too,
Right.
and it'll make you feel good when you pull off your bonnet that your hair is still holding its own. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to tell you that because especially if you have a silk press and your roots are going to be thick, but I'd rather for you to do something than do nothing. Because if you don't do nothing, it's going to look just like you do
And
nothing.
tell on you.
Oh, yes. And then you're going to feel even worse. You look in the mirror, you're like, what in the world? Oh, my God. I really feel bad. Lord, Lord, Lord. And I'm going to tell you how I know because I'm looking down at my feet right now because I'm supposed to get a pedicure on Tuesday.
That
And I didn't get the
didn't
pedicure.
happen.
And I'm looking down at my feet and I'm not happy what I see. But
Mm.
that right there, I can fix that because I can put a whole shoe on that and nobody will know. But but my hair, mm, no,
It tell on you.
it would tell on me, yes. And I could have came on here if it was, and I just pulled it back in the pony. Yeah, I could have done that too. That's true. But I just want you to know that through all, I put my bonnet on, and I think the results turned out pretty good for me
Yeah,
being
that's
sick for
great.
a whole week. And
Mm.
this is going on my third week of shampoo. So this is almost 3 weeks old. So I'm just telling you, it was bad. I'm gonna tell you,
Mm.
I was
In the
a
valley, I heard one of a dear friend of mine said when he received COVID, he said this thing was so ugly. He said, "Man, he said I was so low in the valley." He said, "Oh, he said it was the ugliest thing he had ever experienced." And he was in his, mid to late 60s when he got it,
wow.
and a very healthy man, But he said that COVID did such a detriment to his body during
Mhm.
that time. He was like, said the same thing. I didn't know if I was gonna make it alive, make it to the next, you know, week, make it through the next day. It was that rough. And that
Yeah,
was maybe the first strand, maybe 2021, 22, because here we are 2024, and this thing is still grabbing. Sometimes it's different strands, so you
yes.
don't know if you're going to get the little sniffles,
Mm,
or the more aggressive strand. You don't know,
you don't.
because someone in your household could have the mild strand, and then you're like, okay, well, I just get it and get it
Mm,
over with, but then you end up getting the demon,
the
you
demon.
know, yeah, the
Mm,
one that takes you down. So you're just like, ooh,
the
mm,
demon.
mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
So I just wanted to share that because it's with, like I said, the flu, a cold,
Mhm.
just wrap up whatever you can wrap up. It's just almost like the hurricane is coming. You got to
Mm.
board up your windows. Well, you do the same thing with your hair. You know it's coming. You're not feeling good. Wrap that head up. Keep that hair wrapped up until you feel better, and then you let it down. Because
Then
I'm
you
here.
let it down.
Because it's
Mm.
it's gonna go through some change. Because you feeling crazy in your hair. Like, okay, you just got me out here. Wrap it up.
In
Wrap
these
it
tweets.
up. That's just wrap it up. And listen, put my oil on my scalp. I put some oil on the scalp and I massaged it in. And matter of fact, I haven't even put no oil on my scalp. What I'm talking about, I haven't even put no oil on my scalp, but I will do it tonight.
Excuse me.
And but you can tell. Look at all that gray hair coming, girl. I was sweating that hair out. Do you hear me? Yes, baby. It was a time going on. Me, myself, and the COVID.
Ooh.
I said, yes. Doesn't that sound ugly? That sounds
Mm.
ugly. That's ugly. But yes, but I survived. And when we talk about hair loss, when we talk about an illness, but we also
First is
hair
better.
loss can come from
Mm-hmm.
um,
Hearing you.
the hair loss can also come from stress.
Oh
I mean,
yes.
stress is another a big factor.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant to put in my picture, and I forgot that, Tish. But I'll bring my picture next week of how I lost all my hair on this side, and I contribute to stress. It
Mm.
coulda just fell out because I don't know, but it's just I lost it, and that's how I ended up making. Well, of course, I had the Riz O'Shea, but then I started making the Oh My Scalp treatments, and it brought that hair back. But I had lost
Mm-hmm.
a whole chunk of hair right off of the side
Ooh.
for no reason. Just one day, I
Mm.
just lifted up like,
Where
what?
is it?
Where it go? It just gone. And that
Ooh.
happens, and that's what I want to stress
Mm-hmm.
tonight too. It happens like that.
Mm-hmm.
It really does happen like that. So you can eat the right foods, you can take care of yourself, but when your body said it had
Yeah.
enough of your foolishness or it
Yeah.
doesn't like something's going on,
Yeah.
it will show up in your skin,
Yes.
acne,
Yes.
um, your hair, it'll fall
Mm-hmm.
out, it'll
Mm-hmm.
thin out. It just do all
It's a
kinds of
real thing. It happens. Absolutely. The body is an indicator. Your hair is, like I said, an appendage of the skin. So it will let you know when it's in a stressed out state because it's almost like I call them the red flags. It's like alert, alert. It's yelling, it's screaming. Um, it's trying to let you know it's in distress.
Mhm.
And it has a way of letting you know it's going to either fall out, shed profusely. Some people shed a lot, and then from that shedding, that hair is screaming out. It needs attention internally. Um, and not everything is topical. You
Mm-mm.
know, so you're going to have situations where you're going to need to heal from the inside.
That's right.
Like Maria said, while she was down with the COVID, she constantly kept eating the watermelon, high in fiber, flushing the body, flushing. So you got to get that internal as well.
Mhm.
She could have put oil on her scalp, but that body needed to be hydrated from
It did
within.
have it. Mhm.
So those are some of the things that we have to be aware of. There is I know we had spoken on this before, but there was a COVID hair, like Maria mentioned, that it mats to the extreme.
Mhm.
And there is, when I say it mats, you comb it out, it mats right back. Like you comb
Mhm.
it, you detangle, it mats because it's in dire need of moisture. It
Yes.
is dehydrated from within. The body is lacking so much fluid and moisture, so that hair is just keeps matting and matting and matting because it's sick. Literally, the hair is sick, the body is sick,
That's right.
and I had, I was privy to some clients that came in and they were new people, but they found out about how I love on natural hair and help repair natural hair. And she said, I don't know if you've ever seen this. She said, but I have what you call COVID hair. And when you see me, when I come in, she was like, you're going to be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. And when she came in, I was like, wow, this was new because COVID was new, you
You're
know.
right.
And
Exactly.
yeah, so her diagnosis was it's COVID hair. It was so stressed out and so dry that, and she was a nurse. So she had
That's
been
true.
stressed out.
Yes. Uh-huh.
We had been tending to
Uh-huh.
clients and patients,
Mhm.
and her body was exasperated and stressed out, and then she caught
Wow.
COVID. So it was combination of many aspects, but her body was stressed out. She was tired, and her hair let her know.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of had to cut, you know, um, a good portion of it off, but she was keeping it covered, wrapped up because you
Sure.
got to cover your hair anyway at work. But it was a cotton base, and
Yeah.
so that was drying it out even more. And I said, you
A little
gotta
more
switch this
spread
up.
out.
Yeah,
Cottonwood. Yes.
yeah, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
said you gotta switch this up. You can't keep using this cotton based product, bonnet. Um,
Right.
and
And
they'll do
tell
those
them,
little.
let them know, Tish, what is it? What's the best bonnet to use? Because I this is what I use myself.
Listen, anything cotton is a no-no. Okay, something that's silky, shiny.
Mm-hmm.
I had a young lady who thought she had one. I said, "Bring it in," because what she was describing just didn't seem right, and it was almost like a cotton polyester stretch
Mm,
satin.
mm-mm.
That's a no-no.
No.
Anything that does this, like you can, because that hair gets trapped
Mm-hmm.
under that stretchy netting type, and that's not what you want. You want the fibers to be so close together and have a sheen, so when your hair is rubbing up against it, it's not snagging it.
That's
Okay,
right.
so even your band, be careful with your elastic band. Sometimes the band is too tight. If it's
Yep.
an elastic band and
And if
it's
they leave the
rubbing,
imprints around, that is too tight.
it's too
That is
tight.
too tight. Yep.
Make sure it's big enough so it kind of has a flop to it, so your edges aren't being rubbed off. I've had to tell it, listen, let that band drape on the lower portion of the neck a little bit, because if it's right at the base of the neck, guess what? It's rubbing off your hair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
it's like wool. You
That's
know how
right.
they tell you with wool, don't let
Mm-hmm.
wool. If you got a wool coat, put a silk scarf over it or a satin scarf, so it won't rub off the back of the neck. Well, that's what that elastic band does, because it contracts, and when you're tossing and turning, getting your good rest on, your beauty rest, okay,
Right.
it's doing damage. So I like it's like the little thin elastic band with the satin kind of running through it. I like
Mm-hmm.
those, or the satin wide band itself, um, and kind of like an oversized bonnet. Nothing perfect to the head, because once again, it's going to rest right at the hairline, and so everyone's hairline can be fragile, and fine. So you don't want anything rubbing in that area, your whole outer perimeter. Make sure that it's loose enough so it's not snagging the hair or removing it while you're sleeping.
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's I'm telling you, it's like I said, there's a right way and a wrong way. And when you learn to do it the right way, it just make your life so much
So
easier.
much.
So that's why we come on every Monday. We just
Mhm.
talk about just common sense things that people probably like, oh,
I
hmm,
didn't think about that.
think
Yeah.
about that. It is just that simple because we've been in the industry for a long time. Like I said, we could tell you some
Oh yeah. And
just
speaking of that, when you say just that simple, I had a young lady and new mommy,
okay.
and she wanted some two-strand twists because she's always wearing her natural wet and go.
Hmm.
And so she was so accustomed to me doing her wet and go and her trims, and she's able to just leave. She said, "Oh, Miss Tish, I want to do some twists. I'm a new mommy, baby 6 weeks old." I said, "Okay, come on, let's do some twists." And before she left, I said, "Listen, this is a dry style. Do not just walk in the shower. Make sure you have your shower cap and your bonnet. It's,
Oh,
how long is it supposed to last? This hairstyle can last you for 4 to 6 weeks if you tie it up. Do not walk in the shower." And I kept saying, don't just walk in the shower with your twist. It's a dry style.
uh,
Okay. She had booked her appointment for exactly 5 weeks later. Okay, she shows up, and guess what she says? "Miss Tish, thank you so much for telling me not to walk into the shower, because so many times I just wanted to walk into this with my twist. But I kept hearing you say, this is a dry style.
I'm so glad you
Don't
told me.
wet it. You won't get the longevity out of it, because she's such a free spirit. And so I kept saying, make sure you tie this up so you can get your 4 to 6 weeks out of this style. And within that fifth week, I said, it's going to start fuzzing around 4.5 weeks. By
Mhm.
5, you're going to need to come back in here and get it. And it worked out exactly as I stated. And she kept saying, thank you for telling me this was a dry style.
I'm telling you. Mm,
22,
mm.
22 years old. But
Yeah.
we have to remember like what
Yes.
we share and what we say,
Right.
they're listening,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because they want to get the maximum out of their style, the maximum time frame. But
Mm-hmm.
you have to remind them not all styles are equal. You can't just walk into the shower and expect your hair to last. Tie it down,
Tie down.
put your bonnet on,
That's
and your
right.
shower cap. Your bonnet is not waterproof.
Mm-mm.
I just want
No.
to repeat that.
No. Okay, so
Go
let me
ahead,
help
go
you
ahead,
out with
Lord.
that. Hold, let me hold. Wait. That's good. That's good. My bonnet, I love it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to reach out to the young lady. I met her back in probably 10 years ago. I went to a show. I was actually at the Brown Brothers show, and I met her, and I've been using her caps ever since.
Mm,
And her caps are really good, but they're not waterproof.
right.
So when you put the bonnet on, when I go into the shower, I make sure I keep my bonnet on, and then I wrap my hair with a towel, or I use I pull up my t-shirt because I love my t-shirts, and I make sure I don't get my bonnet wet. So
Hmm.
when I take it out, this is it. I
Hmm.
just this is how it looks when it comes out of the shower. Once I take it off, but if I were to walk in the shower just like this,
Hmm.
OMG, this will be
Hmm.
a mess.
Hmm.
This will be a hot mess. Do you hear me?
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
will be, it will definitely be still twisted, but it'll be frizzy. When
Fuzzy,
it dries up, it's not gonna look
fuzzy.
like this. It
No,
will be a mess, a hot
right,
mess.
right.
So you told her, Lord, I'm so glad you told her because she probably would have thought that. Like,
Oh yeah,
okay, it's twisted. Let me walk in here and do it. Mm-mm.
right,
No.
right, right. Yes, yes, because I've had so many people, they're thinking because it looks like a natural wet style,
Yes.
they can treat it like it's a
Mm-hmm.
wet style. But I
Mm-hmm.
said, no, it's a dry style, giving off the illusion of wet. So you want to keep it dry.
Mm-hmm.
Only oil, no cream base, because the cream base have moisture and
Exactly.
water. So it will start to fuzz and swell and puff.
Yes.
And you'd be like, well, why isn't it lasting? It doesn't hold. I was like, well, you're putting stuff on it that's causing it to revert.
Uh-huh.
So that, please be mindful that, oh, Maria, we're down to the last 3 minutes, girl.
Yes, we are. I was looking at the
I
time.
said, wait a minute.
Yes, and that's why I said we might have to just because I know some people still want to hear about hair loss, and we want to hear. Like I said, you guys got any questions? Y'all need to don't be shy. You put your comments in the comment box,
Come
especially
on.
on YouTube. I can really see them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Instagram, we can see you if you pull them up. I can read them, but we're here. But you can see the full for the Instagram viewers. I want you to know this you can see the slideshows, guests, everything on YouTube and on my Facebook pages, Ariza O'Shea Facebook and Maria Lee Driver Facebook. You cannot see them on Instagram. Instagram is not nice. They're not going to let us do all that. So if you want to really see what we're doing, please go to my YouTube channel, Ariza O'Shea. Subscribe, please. I would love to have your subscription and it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and so it'll give you notification every week when we would come on live. And we see that we have some people on there tonight, so thank you, supporters, for coming to my YouTube channel because I can
Thank
see you
you.
guys on there tonight. Um, yeah, Tish, girl, look, we down by a minute. Well,
One
this is
minute.
what we're gonna do. We're
Pretty
gonna,
much.
yeah, girl, we're gonna have to come pick it up from the rear first thing next week, and then we will have on our special guest that's gonna give a testimony next week.
Mhm.
And I am, girl, we did that. Look at it. Look at the time. This is why we do so good. This because
Yes.
we
Yes. Good energy. Absolutely.
So with that being said, I guess we see you guys next Monday night at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Because we get ready to get information. We get ready to get up out of here. Oh, we get ready to get what?
Hey.
Get our information. I'm gonna wrap this hair up tonight and wish all of you guys well and be
Thank
safe.
you so
Wear
much.
your mask. Wear your
Yes.
mask.
It
Take
is here
care.
and it's live. It's COVID.
Yes.
I don't want it. Mm, 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 mm.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.